Hi everybody, I'm Captain Floofers and welcome to Astro Rabby. Um, if you don't know what Astro Rabby is, then number one, I don't blame you. But number two, it is a fairly obscure top-down platformer game for the Game Boy that was only ever released in Japan. It was published by a company called Information Global Service, which I really haven't heard of outside of this game. Apparently, they made a few games in the 90s and then just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and no one knows what happened to them, at least as far as I know. Um, I discovered this game. I want to say a few years ago on Jeremy Parish's Game Boy Works series, and for a long time I was like, oh, this looks kind of fun. I kind of want to try it, even if it hasn't been, if it, at least at the time it wasn't received particularly well. Um, and then I did get around to playing it. I played through it with save states and such, and it was pretty fun. And then one day I'm in my pal Janglestorm stream. He's a speedrunner on Twitch. I'll probably go ahead and link his Twitch channel in the video here because he's also kind of participating in this Astro Rabbuary thing. But I actually made him aware of this game via a game request, and evidently he liked it so much that he he started a speed run of it. And at the time of this recording, he's the only person who's ever really done with anything with this on speedrun.com. He's the moderator for the Astro Rabby board, and he's the only one with a time up there. As of today, which is February 5th, he eclipsed his own record with was it 1749. Um, and yeah, I have been talking for a couple of years about starting to speedrun because I have a lot of speedrunning friends on Twitch, and it's always been kind of like a thing that I was going to do. And I kind of did that thing with um, sharing the Home Alone world record with like 200 other people. But this is going to be the first game I really like speedrun legitimately to an extent. But before I do that, I figure I owe it to myself to actually clear the game legitimately and not with save states and stuff. And I actually am playing this on a cartridge via Super Game Boy 2 on my analog Super NT with a standard Super Famicom controller. And here's the box and the manual for Astro Rabby if you want to look there. The cartridge itself is in the Super Game Boy, so let's just start the game. So there's 8 stages, which are broken up into 3 like sub stages each, and the goal is to find the power-up parts, which are represented by a heart-shaped panel, and you do that by jumping on these pillars that have panels on top. And each of the pillars, like the ones with the question marks, will yield different power-ups like time and points and things like that. You can also, when you get the heart parts, they'll also give you a bonus power-up that you can equip in between stages. Like here, we should be getting bullet power-ups because that's always the first one. Yeah, bullet stock. So now we can shoot at enemies. Enemies will drop their own power-ups as well. They mainly increase our movement speed and our jumping ability, and give us more ammo. And ammo is pretty much like the only thing that you don't lose if you die. But like any other power-up parts that you had equipped, you will lose them. Just kind of from top to bottom, bullet stock just gives you more bullets. It'll just give you 30 bullets. Protector will allow you to get hit twice before you die. Power Wing will increase your maneuverability while you're jumping, and Shock Absorber will make it so that it will basically prevent you from basically making cracks in certain ground tiles and pillars and things, and prevent them from crumbling. Because if they crumble, if you fall into a hole or into space, as in the case of the -2 stages, you will lose a life. You also get the clocks will give you more time. Skulls can take away any power-ups that you have, and basically by power-ups in that case, I mean like the jumping and speed power-ups that you can get from enemies. Stage 1 and 2 are actually very, very short. These stages are auto-scrolling and they will loop. And kind of the challenge of it comes in the fact that the goal piece, the heart, is actually randomly placed in one of the on one of the pillars. Now what this is basically a bonus game. I'm probably not... It's basically a memory matching game. You have to match the sounds. This is probably going to be the only time I do this, because it's kind of annoying. This one seems to be a little bit less so, because looks like they're set up in a certain way. But the tones can be similar to each other. These are also set up in certain patterns, it looks like. But this is probably the only time you'll see me do this, because they're kind of annoying to do. And also, if you lose on a bonus stage, it doesn't count against you. You won't lose a life or anything like that. You'll move on like normal. And that's pretty much the loop, is that each stage is split up into 3 smaller stages. The first stage always takes place on like a planet or Earth-like terrain. The second one always takes place in space, and the third one is always a bonus stage. And in the speedrun, Jangle skips the bonus stages because, they're going to take way too long. But now we've got our protector on, so we should be able to weather a few hits from enemies. At least for the casual playthrough here, I am going to at least try for some power-ups. So we got a jump power-up there that allows us to jump higher quicker. And that's pretty much all there is to it. There's also going to be S power-ups, which are speed. And if we end up collecting one of the skull panels, that'll actually take any of, like I mentioned before, it'll take any of these power-ups that we've acquired away. Not the power-up parts that we can equip in between stages, but just like the J's and the S's that we pick up. So like I uncovered the skull, but I didn't pick it up. So I don't have to worry about losing the stuff there. But if I had jumped up on it again, I would have lost 1,000 points. Not like that really matters much. And I would have lost those 2 jump power-ups that I collected. That's pretty much the gist of it. I'm going to hold on to that bullet stock for later. I don't really need it. And the layout of the stages is always the same. I mean, it's not like all the space stages are the same, but like, for example, this is stage 2-2. Stage 2-2 is always going to be the same no matter how you play. And that does kind of factor into some of the difficulty, because you do have, a limited amount of time to do things. I stepped on a skull and lost the jumps anyway. I forgot to silence my phone. Sorry about that. Alright, that's taken care of now. I forgot that I don't actually lose my bullets. So I just gave myself 31 more bullets. Oh well. But there are certain layouts, especially later on, that'll be, pretty sparse and have a lot of empty space and huge jumps that you'll have to do with not a lot of time. And it can get fairly difficult. I actually have not cleared stage 7, I think, legitimately. Which is what I'm trying to rectify tonight. I'm hoping that this particular video is going to be like the playthrough of Astro Rabby, where I actually legitimately beat the game without save states and stuff. And then from there, I'm not sure how I'm going to format like my speedrun attempts. Because when I came up with this Astro Rabbuary idea, in which I'm going to be, at least doing speedrun attempts all throughout February, the plan was that I was going to be doing that on Twitch until I decided that I'm not going to do Twitch anymore. So then the idea became, well, at least for Astro Rabby, so I have Astro Rabby content throughout February. I guess the videos that we're going to be doing will be just kind of like these pseudo stream type situations. I'm not going to do the bonus stage, where I just do speedrun attempts for like 3 hours, and then I'll just separate out my PBs and whatnot to submit to speedrun.com. But then a couple of days ago, Greg and I went and started a playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei, which basically means that I would rather have that sort of thing as the regular content going on. So I think what I'm going to do with the Astro Rabby stuff is what I'm planning to do with other games that I speedrun from there on. Because I was going to do like that stuff with the Astro Rabby thing, because I wanted to keep Astro Rabbuary a thing, because that was a thing that I had hyped up between me and my friends, and I wanted to keep my promise on that at the very least. But then after that, when I started speedrunning other games like Super Castlevania 4 and Car Ranger and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and stuff, I'm going to just kind of do the attempts off screen, but like on screen. Like they're not going to be regularly uploaded. These sessions, they're just going to be locally recorded, and then when I come up with a PB or something like that, I'll clip it out and submit it. But I think that might be what I do with Astro Rabby now, so that I have like a regular thing going on. So Astro Rabbuary is still technically a thing where I'm going to be playing this, probably more sporadically throughout the month. But I will still be putting up my my PBs and stuff here, which there may be a few. I have noticed that because of the RNG heavy nature of the game, it's unlikely that that PBs or the times that I get will be very consistent. Because at first I was like, oh, at the time, the world record, or at least Jangle's best time, was just like a few seconds above 18 minutes. So I'm like, oh, I could probably do like a sub 20, and I would probably be happy with that. But then when he was streaming earlier today and doing speedrun attempts, it really showed me like how much it can vary. So I'm like, I don't know about that. So I'm still gonna think about what I want to do for a goal. Because my goal is to come up with a time. If I can beat that time, or if I can get world record, on the off chance that happens, then I'll move on. Otherwise, I'll just keep going until the end of the month, and then I'll move on to Super Castlevania or whatever I want to play. I think it's gonna be Super Castlevania. Some of my other speedrunning associates are there are a couple of games where people are legitimately excited that I'm gonna start doing that, because like there's a lot of people on Twitch that I've known for a few years, and some of them have been wanting me to speedrun for a long time. Partially because I kept saying I was going to and just didn't get around to it until about now. But I know friends of mine who have been like chomping at the bud to help me get started with Car Ranger, Bedwell Blackburn specifically. And Mike the Swan is excited for me to start running Castlevania 4, which I think is going to be the next one that I do after this, and it's going to be quite a bit more difficult. But at the very least, with Castlevania 4, I have, as of this recording, completed that legitimately. I didn't do it on cart, but I did do it on flash cart before I had the cart. And I did do it on hardware without save states, and I'm pretty proud of that because it's a hard game. But hey, as I play it more and more, I'll get used to it. So we're 4-2 now, about halfway through, I would say, because the game has 8 of these stages to it. Oh, shit. That was a skull. And that's the, Oh, shit. No! It was right there! Tabernacle, it was right there! Oh, boy. Oh, well. It's over. No, it's not over. I'm just going to keep playing until I, at the very least, win. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to do that. It might be a bit of a shorter video than normal. It might be, you know, a few hours of me attempting stage 7 and 8. Who knows? But it depends on how good the game is to me moving forward. But yeah, once I clear the game, that'll be it for the video. And then I'll just do whatever Astro Rabby things I can do from there on out. Because I'm still doing other things outside of that. I'm still doing Pokemon. I'm still doing, you know, EDF with friends. There's a lot of things that I'm doing under different circumstances. So fun stuff all around. In the speed run, at least for the way Jangle plays, he doesn't actually use any of the power-ups. He doesn't even fight any of the enemies. He just goes straight for the you know, finding the heart panels. And honestly, that's all you really need to do, because when it comes right down to it, that's the only thing that really matters. Because once you find the heart panel, then you move on to the next level anyway. I'm going to experiment a little bit, possibly, with, at the very least, getting power-ups from enemies. Because they really do help you maneuver a bit better. And not just necessarily just with the Power Wing parts. Because the Power Wing really doesn't seem to make that much of a difference on its own. But like when I played through on my previous attempts casually, I did note to myself at least that when they when they pile up, the jumps and speed ups really do make a difference. Yeah, stuff like satellites and meteors, you can't actually destroy those, and they will push you around, which is not great when you're in situations like this. Alright, I have a... I was okay with picking up that other skull back there because I didn't have any power-ups anyway. Oh, I could have gone forward and back. That would have been easier, actually, to go forward and back. Nice time at death, though. Well, at least there aren't any enemies in this stage so far. There may not be enemies in this stage at all. The only enemies I've noticed in there in the space levels are the... Oh, that's right there. The turtle tornado guys. I usually just call them Gamera because they look like turtles and they spin around at you. But, like, you got like cacti and moles and all kinds of shit on the more terrestrial levels, the dash ones. But the tornado guys can be a pain in the ass because they'll just like swerve all over the screen with reckless abandon after you. Whereas like satellites and stuff, they'll just push you, and they can be equally annoying. I saw a run that Jangle did. One of Jangle's runs did really, really well into like 7-2, and he was just robbed. Oh, yeah, this level is full of pitfalls. And guys popping out of the ground. Fortunately, when you kill an enemy, it'll actually also take away the hole that he makes, but I don't want to become too dependent on that, because I also have to, you know, jump around and stuff, and I might not be able to shoot at them. Do have a speed power up though, so that's good. Well, I had a speed power up. Well, I'm not going to make that. See if I can get some more stuff while I'm over here. The levels loop back around now. Yeah, I can't get up that high without a jump power up on its own. I mean, it's no big deal. I already jumped on it, so it's fine. Shit. Yeah, this is a fun little game. I like it a lot. Whenever people try to ask for game recommendations, I usually chime in with, I am legally obligated to recommend Mole Mania and Astro Rabby for the Game Boy. Alright, let's see if we can do better this time. I mean, if you get game over, it just starts you over at the beginning of the dash one of the stage you were on. So, like, it's not a big deal if I die here, because then I just go back to 6-1, which is fine. But if I'm in 6-2, then I would go back to 6-1 again, which is not a situation I'd necessarily want to be in. I don't need another bullet power up. Skull. You can usually tell whether a power-up is beneficial to you or not just by listening to the sound it makes when you jump on it. There's the heart. Or at least you can separate the skull out from, like, the time or the exclamation, the points marker, or the heart. I mean, the heart flashes, but still. The skull is in more of a minor chord, I guess. That was a good RNG on that one. Well, now we're in stage 7. Well, we'll be in stage 7 after this bonus game is done. Oh, look, the bonus game's done. Alright, now we're in 7. And 7-1, if I remember, is actually chock full of question mark panels. So we'll have plenty of chances to get the heart with relatively little fuss or muss. Skull. I'll take the time. I don't really care about points that much. The points don't do anything for you as far as I can tell. I mean, I could look in the manual again, but, like, I have to look at it with the Google Translate app because it's in Japanese. Which, again, is very odd, because despite the fact that this was released in Japan, everything within the game is in English. So it's actually a good import game to get if you can't speak Japanese. You could probably get it for cheaper than I did. I got it, like, for $90, but it was also with the box and everything. I'm sure you can get, like, loose carts or something like that for cheaper. Well, Gamers are here, too. Well. At least I'm in World 7. That's honestly a miracle in and of itself. I do recall 7-2 being particularly dickish. But we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. And I will at the very least breathe a temporary sigh of relief when we get to 8. Because then that means I won't have to redo anything else before that. It's always a nice thing when you get to a new stage, but then you have to, you know, clear the new stage, and that's not always easy. Shit. I mean, it's not like the difficult ramps up like super much, but like you can literally get through stage 1 in less than 30 seconds. And then like you get to stage 7 and 8 and it's a lot more than 30 seconds. Can I even cross over that at that point? I don't think so. I think what I'll need to do is kind of go up on the left and then cut over diagonally. At least they've been dropping 1-ups for me. That's kind of alleviating that a bit. Which is nice of the gamers to do, considering that they're usually bigger assholes than that. And I'm fairly sure that the tiles actually change up every time you even if you die, like everything else will just shuffle around again. So like retreading a certain path is like just as effective as finding as going over a new one when it comes to trying to find the heart. So it isn't the best speedrun in the world, is what I'm getting at, but like, again, this is just something I've been very excited for. And I've been looking forward to it for a couple of years now, so I'm not gonna, you know, give up at this stage. Never give up. Try again. See, I've been recording for about a half hour now. This is about the point, I think. Because Jangle cleared it on his first play. I don't know if he got got games over or whatever. But like when he first played through it casually, I think he beat it in like a half hour, like total. I do remember, like, I think he started like speedrunning it like right like that day too, because he normally gives like an hour for game requests. I didn't think he was going to beat it in an hour necessarily. I was, thinking that I thought I jumped again. I was thinking that the game was longer than it was, but like he beat it in like a half hour. Well, now I'm back to 7-1. Which is fine. I can think of worse stages to be in than 7-1. I don't have any bullets, though. So that can be a problem, because I don't have any bullets, and I don't have any way to shoot enemies to get bullets. So I have to hope that the power-up parts I find are bullets in order for me to, actually get any kind of power-ups at all. Nope. No, that was coins. That wasn't a timer. Oh, there's a timer. Thank you. I'll take that one too. Alright, now I have to get around these Gammas, and before I was just shooting them. Now I don't have that luxury, so I gotta find a way to like bait them off to the side or something like that so I can jump across. If I, you know, that is of course if I don't find the heart before I get to that point again. I'll grab that timer. Just in case by some miracle I do end up completing the loop and coming back this way and I'm low on time, I can have that timer there. It's kind of a strategic leave some timers behind strategy, a strategic strategy, you know, those kinds. That's not the heart, no. I don't have a lot of time to get through this row then. No, it was right there! It was right there! God damn it, now I gotta... Now I really do have to start hoping that I hit more time power-ups, or time panels, so I can survive through another loop. If I can get past the, those Gamma guys. Yeah, fuck off. It wouldn't even let me... It wouldn't even let me. It wouldn't even let me try to clear it. It was right there, man. Come on. That's how the RNG. That's how the RNG gets you in this. Now my best hope is that I can. Oh. Now my best hope is that I can get through on this last get through 7-2 on this last life and make it to 8-1 at the very least. Your power wing might help. Again, the jury's still out on to how effective of a help this is, because Jangle didn't notice anything different. I certainly don't notice anything different with this. There. Juked him. Okay. Nope. Nope. Oh, I do have another life. Okay. Well, at least I know how I can juke that guy now. Hopefully I can stick with that. And not jump too short. Alright, back to 7-1. Continue. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be lucky enough to find the heart quickly. Probably not, but who knows. It'd probably behoove me to just take all of the clock power-ups as I see them, because... Oh, well... Lord knows I'm never going to complete a full loop of that. Still no bullets. But this is all I got, so I gotta deal with it. No. I'm always so hesitant to move forward because I'm so paranoid that I'm going to get caught at the edge of the stage while it's still scrolling down slowly. And the tornado assholes do not slow down for you. And they also can hit you just when their hitbox hits you. It doesn't matter what height you're at. It'll always intersect you and kill you. So that's just something I have to deal with. I didn't mean to swing down like that. No, I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. But there was no room to go up, so there wasn't really much I could do. And I certainly wasn't going to stand there in the middle tiles while those guys came after me. So, kind of a catch-22. I'm just going to grab all the clocks because there's no reason not to. I'm not going to complete a full loop of this. If I can grab the clocks. Just keep moving. These all skulls. Not all of them. What I need to do is I need to come up with a definite route to take. Like each time I attempt these stages. Or at least stages like this, because that's going to be important in the speedrun too, probably. Oh, I actually made it to the other side. I mean, it swung me back around and killed me when it touched that pit, but I had made it to the other side. Also, I have infinite continues, so I have that going for me, which is nice. Now the question going through my mind is not necessarily how long can it take me to beat the game when I start doing actual runs, but can I actually clear the game again when I do actual runs? Because my performance here is not exactly filling me with confidence. I'm sure that on like repeat playthroughs I'll become more and more savvy with how all this works, but it does take me a while to adapt to this kind of stuff. But I mean, like, if other people can beat this in one sitting, then why can't I? You know? I mean, I have to beat it in one sitting. That's just like the nature of how the game works in general. There's no continues in this. I mean, there's continues, but there's like no save. Game saves is what I mean. There's no saving your game. I don't know what was up with that. I'm overcorrecting on the D-pad, I guess. A lot of this is me like overcorrecting on my jumps during the jumps, which is not a good way to go about doing things. Oh, no, that was a skull. I thought it was a heart. I thought it was a heart. I thought it was the heart. Fuck! I thought it was the heart. It was a skull. Let's see if I can actually finish the loop if I get to that point again. I'm kind of scrolling myself up as far as I can to get me some extra checks. Oh. There it is. Alright, I'm going into 7-2 with full lives. That power-up always seems to be the power wing, I've noticed. Okay, this part sucks. What I'm trying to do is go up and around him, but I keep going too far to the right to start. Because, like, once these guys fly off screen, they're gone. But if they can, like, loop around and stay on screen, they're coming right back after you. I'm trying to account for that. But the game's not really having it. Okay. I can't make it over there. I don't even know why I tried that. It's way too far of a distance to do without, like, a power-up or something. Damn it. I'm getting better at it, though, so that's good. I mean, this is how I got through Super Castlevania 4, where they just kept doing the thing. And then eventually looking up how other people did it near the end. No, I needed to let it scroll up more. Oh, damn it. No, don't jump again. Don't jump again. Don't jump again. One of my issues is I'm holding down the A button. And when you hold down the A button and to jump and then you land on a panel, it immediately jumps again. And that is not always beneficial to your situation. Especially when you're jumping up and down and the pillar crumbles. Oh, there's the heart. All right. All right. We're in stage 8. That's good. Okay. I remember 8-2 being particularly sparse in regards to the platforms that you get, but it always seems to be like a fixed location where your heart shows up there. So with 8-2, I think we're just gonna need to persevere, and that's like the only thing. I mean, that's how it's been, but like more so. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, man. I just wanna finish the game. And I'm just kind of sort of pretty excited that I'm actually going to be able to do it this time. Yeah, fuck you, Gamera. Most of your movies sucked. Your anime also sucked. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. The Gamera anime sucks. Alright, I remember that way is a trap. We have to go this way. I am running out of time. Oh boy, am I running out of time. I need a clock, please. Thank you. Careful, careful. That's another clock. I thought I landed on the skull for a second and lost my power-ups there. That would have been disastrous, because I kind of like having these power-ups on me going into stage 8 too. And then once we're done with this, then we just lose the last bonus stage, because it doesn't matter. And then that's Astro Rabby. The asteroids do kind of push you down a bit. They more or less freeze you in the air, because a lot of these things that just pass by and aren't enemies, they won't actually hurt you if you're standing around. Like the satellites that go overhead, they'll actually push you if you're in the air. But if you're just like chilling on your platform, they won't do anything to you. Like that asteroid didn't do anything to me because I was just chilling on my platform. And like I said, it's very sparsely populated with platforms in this stage, so you got to be really careful and not do that. Not hold the A button like a jackass and hit a skull power down and take away the upgrades that you had. I need. Alright, here we go. This is the end. Oh, no, you don't. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the heart's always in that spot there for the last area. But that's it. We don't even need to do the bonus stage. We can just fail the bonus stage as always, and that's the game. I completed at last. Rabby could take all the power-up points back from the door district. There was a story. The story was like he got his power-ups back from the Dortus troops, who I guess were the Gamera guys, and now he can fly. And Rabby's creator is happy that Rabby can fly now. That's the story. It's just, I mean, I don't even think that the inventor doctor guy was even like in danger or anything. It was just like, you need to get power-up parts because you want to fly, and now look, Rabby can fly. And that's Astro Rabby, and it's not much, but it's enjoyable. It's a good chill time. I mean, I get frustrated at everything. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I'll go, you know, that I got frustrated there in level 7, but I got past it. It's just, you know, it's a good, fun game, chill game to play every once in a while, and I'm going to be speedrunning it, so I'm going to be playing it more than often, a little more often than I usually do. But yeah, it's a great game for what it is, and I hope you enjoyed watching me play this as much as I enjoyed actually playing it. I think if you just hit start here, yeah, just go back to the title screen. So, all right, that's been Astro Rabby, and I'll be speedrunning this, and I'll put my PBs up as I get them here and there for Astro Rabbruary. And who knows, maybe I might get world record or something, I don't know. But until then, this has been Astro Rabby, and I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?